this is your assignment for today. Consider this like a class assignment. This is something that we would normally do in the classroom after the pricing lecture. So this is going to help you calculate and put into plan the factor method that I discussed during lecture. So this is just an example sample menu that I have created for you guys. And basically what you're trying to figure out is what price are you going to charge your client for a party, a dinner party for 25 individuals, 25 guests. So I created a menu for you. And the first thing that you have to do is figure out what degree of difficulty or what factor you want to place to, every single item here. So I already calculated the food costs for you. So this is how much it costs per item for each individual item. So what you have to do is you have to look at these individual things and say, okay, what is the level of difficulty? How much, what factor should it be? And remember, you should be going back to this slide right here where it talks about the actual, the factor cost. So something like this. So let's take a look at the first one. So the factor of 2, that's a purchased item. There's an actual item on this, what I did for you guys right here, lemon cheesecake. That's a purchased item. I already tell you that. So you know that for that should most likely be a factor of 2. So what you would do is you would put 2 right here. You would multiply 295 by 2, and that's how you would get your selling price, your menu price that you would be charging. That's going to help you set the menu price. So you're going to do that for every single item that you have here, okay? So you have your food costs. You're going to decide what your degree of difficulty is. And there's really no right and wrong here. I mean, okay, if you were to put a 5 here for the lemon cheesecake and it's a purchase item and you're telling me that it's going to be 5 difficulty, all right, I might mark that as wrong, but I'm not going to really argue if you think something is a 4 or a 5. That's kind of a personal choice for you guys. So once you figure out the selling price for each item, you're going to bring it all the way down here. You're going to get yourself a total. You're going to calculate 15% of that total and add it back on for the garnish. And you're going to have a selling price now, a total selling price. Once you have that total selling price, go ahead and divide that by 25 to give me a total selling price per person. That should be a selling price per person, total price. Change that before I post it to you guys. Not rice, but price. Total price per person. And then you're going to get a number here. And maybe your number is going to be $63.17. Okay, well that you can't charge that. Okay, you cannot tell the person, that your client, that it's going to be $63.17 a person. No. So what would you do at that point? Either you're going to break it down and you're going to lower it to 60, or you're going to bump it up to 65. Okay, so that's completely up to you again. And then finally right here, so you're going to have that. What are you going to charge per person? And then obviously this line right here, that's going to be total food charge to the client. That's going to be whatever you decide up here. Let's say you decide at $65 a person times 25, then that would be your final, what you're going to charge the client right here. Scrolling back down, these are your other associated costs that you're going to have. So you figured out that you have to pay $500 for your labor, $750 for rental, flowers, delivery, whatever it may be. And your markup is going to be 25%. So once again, you're going to have to figure out what 25% is of 500 and then add it back on and then develop a price that you're going to charge to the client. Remember, this is where you're hiding your fees. This is what's basically where you're covering all your operational fees, as we discussed. Finally, you're going to get the total for all of that here. Add these 2 bottom numbers here, and you're going to get a total price for the dinner party that you're going to charge your client. So hopefully this helped explain your assignment. And once you complete it, make sure that you save it and then upload it, and that's how it will be graded.